Why do people love the idea of consistency but hate the fact of doing it? Maybe something in your environment is delaying you from being consistent. Let's say you have this friend who constantly keeps their promise to you. He's more likely to be trusted and relied on. Or maybe you know someone who goes to the gym every day, eats a healthy diet, so they're more likely to be healthier and have a structured body. That musician who continuously practices becomes a master in their craft. So, in simple terms, being consistent towards a good thing will bring you a double amount of benefit in the long run. If you plant a seed now, during consistent times, you will get a tree. But here's actually your problem. Something in your life is delaying you from being consistent. Why do people love the idea of consistency but hate the fact of doing it? 1. You always get delayed results. You often lose motivation halfway when you don't see the expected outcome. What if I studied for a long period of time but still failed? What if I spent thousands of money for this business but went bankrupt instead? What if I gave my time and effort but the plan fails? It is not worth my time. The reason you hate delayed results is because you don't want the feeling of wasting your time and energy for something that would just fail in the end. 2. It drains your energy. Consistency becomes hard because maintaining that state of mind requires a mental effort, physical effort, and energy, which can feel exhausting, especially when you see that there's no progress. Plus, your environment conflicts with you. Exercising every day becomes hard if you lack sleep, you're overwhelmed with tasks, you don't have enough time to rest, or the gym is too far. 3. You fear judgments. The fear of being judged by others for your efforts, especially if you fail and they see you failing instead of winning, might be a huge cause for you to stop being consistent. Now that you know the benefits and problem of consistency, how can you actually be consistent? 1. Fuel your engine first, then you drive. It's a simple metaphor for clarifying your whys before you become consistent. Great questions you can ask to yourself are: why do I want to be consistent with this thing in the first place? Would it help me in the future? Understand the deeper reasons behind your desire for consistency. When you have enough gas, you have the capacity to drive longer because you still have something that keeps you going. Imagine two people competing for an art challenge. That one person driven by money, that one person driven by passion. Who would you think would win the challenge? That one driven by money can win the challenge, but once that person receives money, he can suddenly hit the brakes and stop. He's there for the reward. Or say if he joins again, what if someone beats him next month, then another month? That fire can easily vanish, not because the wind is stronger, but because the flame became weaker. But that one person driven by passion, his flame gets stronger every challenge. What if next month he joins again and eventually won? That flame would ignite even better, making it look like the wind has gotten weaker but the flame outweighed the wind. 2. Start small and slow. People tend to lose in the middle line because they're looking how far the finish line would be from where they are. So what you need to do is to trick the mind. Instead of focusing on the finish line, look at your feet and focus on what's in front of you first. Beat that first, then beat the next one until you reach the end goal. Break down your goals into chunks and focus on gradual process rather than overwhelming yourself with intensity. Consistency is about sustained effort, not an immediate perfection. 3. Embrace the long game. Some things cannot be mastered in few days, so you dedicate more time to it. Equip yourself first with enough discipline and motivation so you can try for a longer time. 4. Practice delayed gratification. Delaying gratification teaches you patience. In a world obsessed with fast-paced entertainment, delaying gratification becomes even harder for you, for this generation, compared with previous ones. You value your time so much you can't resist seeing yourself just waiting. But in fact, meaningful changes takes time. 5. Embrace being different. Being consistent with something might make you feel out of place because you're doing something that's different from the crowd. So you don't be searching for other people to validate your action. But what if they hate it? Don't be afraid to stand out and pursue your goals, even if they deviate from the norm. Being consistent sometimes means going against the crowd and staying on your unique path. Those who become different are sometimes free from others' opinions. After all, they can do unexpected things. 6. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism can paralyze you from starting something. Remember that doing something is better than doing nothing. You cannot be better if you are not good, and you cannot be good if you didn't even try. As a wrap up, you can do these 6 steps to be consistent. 1. Fuel your engine first, then you drive. 2. Start small and slow. 3. Embrace the long game. 4. Practice delayed gratification. 5. Embrace being different. And 6. Embrace imperfection. These 6 steps would all be useless if you're not even willing to do it. That's actually the gap you need to fill in to feel the change inside you. The gap between theory and action. That's what separates you from the people you see successful. They act despite their fears. So you do it now or never.